talking today to Hypnotherapist Daniel Fryer. Hi, Daniel. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Daniel, we're going to talk a little bit today about hypnotherapy. What is hypnotherapy?
At its most basic, it's just therapy in a state of hypnosis. Different therapies depending on what it is that you want to achieve. So just therapy in a state of hypnosis, which is an altered state of consciousness.
So what conditions can be treated by hypnotherapy?
Pretty much anything, really. Anxiety, depression, anger management, work stress, confidence issues, stopping smoking, weight control, you name it. There's also lots of things that people wouldn't automatically assume that hypnosis could help you with. Conditions like insomnia, irritable bowel syndrome, skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis. It can even help you remove warts.
Okay. How does the hypnosis work?
Well, we call hypnosis an altered state of consciousness. It's a state of mind very, very similar to daydreaming, falling asleep, or losing yourself in a really good book. And when you are in this altered state of consciousness, a very nice thing happens to your mind. There are two bits to your mind, the conscious and the unconscious, but it's not a 50-50 split. Quite often, when you see a psychology textbook, they will compare your mind to an iceberg in the ocean. With an iceberg, there's 10% above the waterline that you can see and 90 below that you can't. The 10% above the waterline is your conscious mind. It's just the analytical part of you, the logical part of you. Your unconscious, the 90% below the waterline, that's the real you. It's the storehouse of everything you've ever learned, everything you've ever witnessed and seen and felt and done. All your belief systems are stored there, all your confidence, your willpower, your images about yourself. In hypnosis, we've got access to the unconscious mind, that 90% of you. The conscious mind in hypnosis is still there, but it's bypassed. It can't access the unconscious mind. Left alone, that unconscious mind becomes very, very receptive to positive suggestion, especially when those suggestions are tied to a goal you already know you want to achieve. So whether it's stopping smoking, whether it's weight control, whether it's dealing with your anxiety or how you like to be in a presentation, we just layer in new information that's tied to that goal that you want to achieve. So that when you come out of hypnosis and the two parts of your mind start communicating again, there's a whole load of information in there that wasn't there before, that your conscious mind, being the smaller part, will just follow and accept without any value judgment. So it just, as a day-to-day basis, you just start responding to a different set of messages and suggestions and belief systems.
You know, Daniel, the question probably a lot of people may also ask is, can anyone be hypnotized? And what happens if I can't be hypnotized?
90% of all human beings can be hypnotized to some degree or another. The 10% who can't, we include children under 6 whose minds are still developing and you really wouldn't want to touch them with hypnosis anyway. Hardcore alcoholics and drug addicts. So people who are, bottle of whiskey a day drinkers or hardcore heroin users. Their brain chemistry is already far too gone. Hypnosis wouldn't work on them. People with conditions such as schizophrenia, psychosis, people who are on medication for conditions like that, again, they can't be hypnotized. Everybody else can to some degree or another. For the sake of argument, there are 3 levels of hypnosis: light trance, medium trance, deep trance. You will fit into one of those categories. Which category you are, we won't know until we try. But even if you're at the lighter end of the spectrum, over time and with practice, you learn how to go deeper.
As the hypnotherapist, do you have power over me when I'm under hypnosis? Can you make me do things that I don't want to do?
I have no power over you at all. Anything that you do that is concentrated in your daily life, have you ever been working so hard that the entire morning slips past?
Absolutely.
You've been in a state of, you've been in a state of hypnosis. Losing yourself in a really good book is a state of hypnosis. Concentrating on a movie in a cinema and forgetting about what's going on around you is hypnosis. Daydreaming, zoning out, nodding off is all hypnosis. You know how to go there. I don't even make you hypnotized. All you're going to do in a session is allow me to help you go into a altered state of consciousness that you already know how to go into, but just right there and then for a very specific purpose. If you were one of these people that thought that hypnosis was a load of old rubbish and you can't hypnotize me, you'd be absolutely right and there'd be nothing I could do about it. During the actual hypnosis session, if I did anything that was not connected with either deepening the trance to an appropriate level or helping you with whatever it is that you want help with, you would be able to wake up at any point. If I suddenly said you'll be strangely compelled to cluck like a chicken or bark like a dog, you would wake up immediately and laugh at me.
Excellent. Thank you. And Daniel, just one last question. What does it feel like when I'm in that state of hypnosis?
As an altered state of consciousness, hypnosis is somewhere between being awake and being asleep. What end of that spectrum you'll be at, we don't know. At its most basic, hypnosis is a little bit like taking a rest. So at its most basic, you just feel like you're sitting in a chair and relaxing comfortably. As you slide down that scale from awake to asleep, nicer and nicer things happen. That's when you start to feel even more deeply relaxed. That's when it starts to feel like you're about to nod off. You could feel so very comfortably relaxed that your body feels like it's sinking right down into the chair. Or the opposite, rising up out of it. So your limbs can feel heavy or light or tingly or not there at all. Some people can just drift off into the never and ever and just go somewhere very pleasant and relaxing and not know what's going on until I'm asking them to wake up. Some people are very conscious of what I'm saying. But whatever end of the spectrum you're at, it's typically characterized by pleasant feelings of deep relaxation.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
That's okay.